Welcome to the FCS playoffs. Welcome to Richmond, Virginia. The site of this first-round matchup between Lehigh and the 9-seed Richmond Spiders, set to go head-to-head. Lehigh's had a magical turnaround, getting back to the postseason for the first time since 2017. Richmond back in it once again after rattling off 10 consecutive wins to get here and host today in a highly anticipated first-round matchup, trying to book a ticket to the second round. You see, has won 10 in a row. Lehigh's won 5 in a row, and off we go in this first round. Kwanye Vini will take this out to the 15, cut down. The Lehigh special teams unit that's been good throughout the course of the season. Coleman well protected that time. Good pocket, has a completion over to the sideline. And it is Ellis once again, his second grab.
They like Landon Ellis. He's 6'2", 185 pounds. That's his second grab. Snap count. Got caught with his hand in cookie jar that time.
Hole opens up. First big hole in the running game of the day for the Spiders, pushing the pile out near the 50. Still moving legs into Lehigh territory and not done yet. Now that's the running game, and there's very rarely any luck. They rallied up 49 yards so far on this move down the field. A lot of those coming on the legs of Zach Palmer-Smith as they go right back to their bread and butter.
Rusher.
Yep.
So now, who's going to be the guy to step up for Spatney and Danucci and get pressure?
Coleman to the air, and it is caught. Matt Robert, who seemingly almost every game seems to make a big...
To 4 quarters, hidden yardage like that, move chains.
Another quick throw, another quick completion. Tackle made by Nick Peltekian. Going to be key on the back end here. Brought down Landon Ellis, who's already got 4 catches today. Rewatched it on film and now executing it very well on this opening series. Back to the grounds. And just short of what would have been his 14th.
Vaunted running game outside the end zone.
There is movement up at the line. Big call coming up here.
I think that's going to go backwards, Jason. It looked to me like it was a false start. Pre-snap penalties will drive coaches crazy.
False start. Offense, number 52. 5-yard penalty, second down.
So there you go. The chess match continues, but this time a flag coming in on the backside.
False start.
Wow.
Offense, number 71. 5-yard penalty, second down.
And the
Pass rushers, can they get pressure in this situation?
Coleman, comfortable. Another completion, promptly met out on the edge.
Play in this series.
Biggest down of the game so far. Crossing route to the end zone, incomplete. First drop for Landon Ellis. One he's typically holding on.
When they dig that ball out, that should be 6. Looking at Winston October, he's not happy about that execution.
Well, the field goal attempts from O'Hare.
I did because he made a great job of picking it up. But look, Jeffrey J. Mill is the Mountain Hawks' top receiver and a security blanket for this freshman quarterback. Nice job there, though.
Rolls out again and has the completion right on cue. There's your guy. Game together today. I think you could drive that fast.
Don't tell anybody.
They go back to the ground, back to Yoder. Hayden Johnson told us this guy just doesn't get tackled easily, much like Zachary Palmer-Smith on the other side. You see Hayden Johnson, the freshman, in his first playoff game, has had a good start to this one. The keeper here and able to use his elusiveness. He's more mobile than people think. That can jump out on the film to you.
What I liked about that
was 11 years old the last time Lehigh was in the playoffs. And he's looking pretty comfortable in his first playoff series. Able to go back to Jamil and get that yards after catch. Also been a key element of how he's racked up over 500 yards for the opening drive. Moving with a lot of confidence right now. Seam route, that is intercepted. Picked off and heading back the opposite direction. A cutback, and the first turnover of the game will go to Jabril Hayes.
the emotional communicator Makes a huge play for this Richmond defense. That ball placement is bad, but the hands of the DB is good. Big turnover for Richmond. Truly turns on for this guy. He's going to be a star.
Coleman back to the air as a target, he does. Down the sideline, it's Ellis again. I think he heard you, Tyoka, just slipping in behind the defense, and Lehigh told us we can't get beat over top today.
Well, at this point now, we see wishers. Can they generate pressure with just 4? Lehigh does not like to blitz.
So 35, Will Parton in that shot there. He's a guy trying to step up for DiNucci. 3rd and 4, crossing route, that is incomplete. Speaking of guys who need to step up, Jackson.
If you punt it out of the end zone, might be tough. Let's dial up number 1.
They'll go to the air. It's been successful so far. Tough play on the outside. Defensively, there to make the play was Aiden Singleton, who's been so good at corner this year in just his sophomore year.
Well, they decided. I like it. This time of year, Jason, this is where self-scouting comes in.
Quick throw, complete. It is J-Meal on the grab. Gets out past the 40-yard line. Getting over 500 yards on the season. Name of the game for J-Meal. Johnson, good pocket, overthrown slightly. They were indeed looking for him.
They are.
And dish it out. Yardage out on the edge.
On defenses.
Coleman 9-0 as the starting QB this year. Palmer Smith bouncing off what appear to be hard hits, but then he just keeps going.
And that's why his contact balance is elite.
Lehigh began playing in 1884. Both seasons trying to advance, coming down to today. Over the middle, tough catch, and yards after the catch this time for Griffin, atoning for that last play and getting up.
What I have been, I can feel really confident about going to the air whenever I want.
Back to the ground here. William Parton, who's stepping in for Mike DiNucci today on the linebacker territory today for Richmond.
Will the Mountain Hawks have to blitz to get a pass rush here?
They bring 4. It's not home yet. Coleman steps up, wants it all with his legs. Can he get there?
Well, that's going to be close.
Maybe a yard short. Improvised, and they're going to give him into the red zone again. Can they get a touchdown this time? Back to Palmer Smith again this time. Gets cut down by the ankles. Really good tackle. Looks like it was Bryson Edwards who got him by the ankles.
Yeah, once again, saved the touchdown. This guy, Palmer,
pushed him back. Had to settle for a field goal. QB keeper this time. Have seen Coleman's legs on this drive, but a really stellar tackle from Mason Moore, who was a key transfer addition to this defense. First time since 2017. Haven't won a playoff game since 2011. Down 3 here. Crossing route. Another good tackle. Is that a fumble? If it was knocked out, we'll see.
Pass rush, at least coming into this game.
3rd and goal here. Catch complete again. Another short tackle in the open field, and it's Bryson Edwards once again, the 70 tackle man. So down on the last play. Edwards this time for a group that really tried to restructure the way they were tackling in the offseason.
Because they expect that ball to come out quickly. They got to understand that they can hold the ball a little bit longer, see if they can get the ball downfield.
O'Hare, it's his 2nd field goal of the first half. 6-0 lead for Richmond. Lehigh stands tall again in the red zone. It's a quick throw. Was it hung on to? And where will it be marked? Lehigh thinks they have.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense, number 96. 15-yard penalty.
We got Camden Bird there who has and his first playoff start. 3rd and 7 here. Grant's coming after him. Johnson rolls loose, throws it downfield and deep into one-on-one. Was that bobbled and somehow held on to? It was almost thrown up like a bit of a prayer, and Davino, a guy whose name hasn't been called a ton this season, the freshman, able to haul this in for 44 yards.
Hasn't been called a ton. I mean, he had two catches, so he just increased his catches by 50%. But look, go up and make.
Huge play, 109 to go in the opening half. Johnson, pressure off the edge. He'll step up, dish it off. First touchdown of the game, and Lehigh has a chance to go in front. And it's Galetta on the reception.
That's outstanding. Stepping up with his eyes downfield. Look at him. And he's not looking to just run it. His eyes are up, looking for an emerging target. And Logan stepped up and made a play for him.
Doesn't look like a freshman in his first playoff start.
Well, they said he doesn't work like a freshman. That's why they believe in him. They trust him because his work ethic is beyond what you see from true. Will Richmond be in this situation?
Coleman can use his legs too. He did on the last drive, getting through tacklers up to the 46 before being dragged down by Jordan. Two timeouts to work with, half a minute left in the opening half. Another good catch, getting to the sideline smartly there as well. There's Javion Griffin on the grab. Field if you're Richmond. Again, Coleman steps up, and again he gets yardage and gets to the sideline again.
Totally understands the situation. This is Sid Coleman here.
Sean O'Hare, their field goal kicker, who's 2 for 2 today, has hit from 50 this season. They go down the sideline, and that is caught and hung on to inside of the 10 by Griffin. 0-2 start. They didn't panic. So they don't panic when they go down. And another case in point here. The tackling out on the edge has been key for Lehigh down in this territory today. Coleman got some of what looked like initially. Trying to use the third to give Richmond the lead into the locker room, and he does just that. So the Spiders respond to the quick drive from Lehigh, and in this first round matchup have a 2-point lead in a tight game at the half. 2 out of the last 3 Richmond victories came by 3 points or less. This team is trying to book flights and hotel rooms in Idaho next week. For now, though, all about this second half. The offense for Lehigh comes out having to feel confident after that drop, the touchdown in that opening half. Goes to the air for the first time in the second half. Strong throw, complete, on time for a first down.
Got some mustard on it, didn't he?
He did to J-Mill. Wow. 3 catches on the season now for J-Mill with his 7th of the day. Handed off, big hole opens up, one of the biggest of the day, and they breach Spider territory. Luke.
Tough proposition on the road.
4 or 5 on third down today. Johnson scoots out. Johnson goes down for the first time today.
Well, we talked about not calling Jeremiah Grant's name very. It's a big play, Jason.
Starting to get really fun to watch these defenses lock in now. 3rd and 6. Pressure off the edge. One-on-one matchup incomplete. Had intentions again for Griffin. Remember that opening series? It was a lot of Landon Ellis. But that is going to lead to, like you said, Lehigh getting that defense right back up off the.
Not in the game anymore. They're bringing extra people, and the coverage is holding up. Nice job by Aiden Singleton.
High punt. Fair caught at the 30-yard. 2nd and 7 now for Johnson, who's delivered some strong throws today. Another one here, able to find J-Mill. Big gain down into Richmond.
Freshman quarterback can see the field that way.
Yep, in his first playoff game. They'll hand it off. Oh, what patience, and a nice cut. Looks like Yoder, if he had just kept his footing there, couldn't quite get on third down. Johnson got that off. Oh, what a throw and balletic balance along that sideline from Mason Humphrey. First time we called. 13th completion today for Johnson, and down inside the 5 goes J-Mill. Again, they connect, moving and grooving their way. This is going to set up 1st and goal.
Against off cover.
Knocking on the door in this 3rd quarter. They go to the ground, stuffing it up to about the 2-yard line.
Make a play.
It's Mahalik in at QB. They like to use his legs. He will keep it and plunged backwards. Going to bring up 3rd and goal. Your screen, now he comes in motion.
That's zone coverage. Nobody's going with him.
And he kept it stretching for the goal line. Believe Tayo to attempt this chip shot to put the Mountain Hawks in front.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't like the call. In that situation, I like going hurry up and going quarterback sneak.
Offense, number 74, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Two teams that don't get penalized a lot, especially this Lehigh. Garrido, bobbled snap. Now they have to flip it back, turning into a disaster, and they won't get any points out of this. Looked like the snap was high, and a disappointing ending to. Yep. Couldn't hold it down, and Lehigh can't get any points out of it.
Is not as vaunting as it was on paper.
3rd and 7, quick hit out on the far side. Where will they mark this? It should be enough to move the chains here. They went to Griffin, who's been a key target. 3rd down situation. About a long 3 yards here they need. Coleman will step up and try to get it with his own legs. And where they're marking it, it's going to be right there or short. 8-minute drive that didn't result in any points. That kept it a 2-point game. And a relatively short punt will set Lehigh up with some pretty good field position at their own 41. Lost fat. It was a deep drop for Johnson and a deep throw. He wants J-Meal. It is intercepted. Picked off and heading the other ways. It's Hayes' 2nd interception of the game. Now up to the 40, to the 50, and inside of Lehigh territory. So they wanted it all. They wanted that deep shot you talked about, but Hayes makes them pay for the 2nd time today.
Well, Lehigh got on. And when you got a safety who understands zone coverage and you hang that ball up, he's going to come over and make a play. Like you said, it's the 2nd theft of the game. And look at him turn from defense to offense and getting blocks.
The guy who they call the smooth jazz operator of that secondary, that back end, comes up big again. Sets up Richmond in plus territory. An alley on the sideline. A rare missed tackle from Lehigh today leads to some good yardage. A flag did come.
After the play was over, coach will foul. Late hit out of bounds. Defense number 3. That's 15-yard penalty. Run. First down.
That's Nick
Pressure since 2015, leading the way on 3rd and 1. They gave it right back to him. We'll see where they marked him down. They lofted up top for a Richmond touchdown. The deception to the run game, they go over top for a rare Sean Clark catch. And he's
in the playoffs, and to me, this is all about Winston October. What a great call to go with the pop pass. He didn't jump like a la Tim Tebow, the former Heisman Trophy winner from Florida, but it's the same exact play. Where you fake the dive on the inside, the tight end is an actor looking like he's run blocking, goes right over middle for an easy touchdown.
And for the first time today, a 2-point losing streak in the middle of the season against Bucknell and Yale. Had to bounce back. Can they bounce back again right now, right here? It's a big run right now, right here. Jaden Green is gone. 65 yards.
And that is how Jaden Green. And I called this early. As soon as he got to run that corner, that's it. Forget about it. He's 500 meters, guys. You show me somebody who has an angle or is closing the gap, it's not going to happen. There's just too much speed. Wow.
Could you have drawn up a better answer? In the blink of an eye, it's a 2-point game.
Long.
Lehigh brings 5. Pressure picked up. Dart over the middle. Was it complete? That is a low throw. Incomplete. From Trussler. It's going towards the direction of Peltekian, who calls the fair catch.
Over and help him.
Working against Ayash, the true freshman. Johnson rolls the opposite direction. Now he'll step up. Johnson got a block, got out to the 47-yard line. Are you kidding me? The freshman unfazed. 6:35 to go in the fourth. Now the roll from Johnson, same direction across his body, has Jamil, scotch free, beat a man, inside the 20, trying for the end zone. Lehigh goes back in front, 54 yards. To go for 2.
Double
flip
pass.
It out, double pass, incomplete. So it remains 20-16. And we're looking for the 6-point lead, remains 4.
So when you're going to throw the ball, you got to have a plan to block number 2. There's the double team with the back and the young freshman. That gives the time now for the quarterback to manipulate the pocket and find an open man. So you got the double. Now this right here, this is all Hayden Johnson and just the feel, keeping his eyes downfield, throwing a late across the middle, across his body. The book says don't ever do that. And the freshman got away with it, though, because he has outstanding poise and he's got some arm talent to go with it. And you got ZPS in the ball game. You got this offensive line.
They do just that, and a hole breaks through to the second level. Goes Zach Palmer-Smith, dragging tacklers with him to the 40.
Not GP.
Now 2nd and 5. Coleman over the middle, and that is broken up by Dowd. Jackson Dowd, 53 tackles on the season, comes up with the big port. Oh, 4th down. That is broken up once again. Excellent play made by Bryson.
At the catch point by Edwards. Again, in a zone drop, playing hook to curl. And look at him get that ball out. Boy, that's how you do it. Matt Robert trying to hit Robert in the curl, and I understand why you're going to.
We'll snap it, go back into the ground game, and it looks like there's enough for the first down here. Luke Yoder, touchdown. This Lehigh group has scored 13 unanswered points. They go to the ground here utilizing clock, and they'll importantly let as much time as they can before the ensuing 11. They're going to boot it away at 1:13. Hang time in the air. Oh, it did hit the hands of the returner, and it's recovered by Lehigh. This game has been something else.
Punt got away. He's up under it. And to the last second, Jason, he turned his body to the left. You want to stay square as a punt returner. See him kind of turn his body, and then those elbows are out. You want to squeeze those elbows in so that the ball can't squirt through. My goodness, I guarantee you he's fielded so many punts in practice. You get in the game, and sometimes things like that happen.
Victory formation. Boyski kept fighting through the emotion. It's Perry kneeling it down, and Lehigh is going to win a playoff game for the first time since 2011. Welcome back to the FCS playoffs, Mountain Hawks. An incredible turnaround for Kevin Cahill and this Lehigh program. From 2-9 to their 9th win of the year, which is going to send them to the 2nd round.
So many things against the playbook. You're not supposed to go 2-9 and then the next season win your conference and go on the road and win a playoff game with a true freshman quarterback.